Good day, students. Today we are going to start with yet another employability skill called as green skills. We have already completed two of the employability skills, that is self-management skills and entrepreneurial skills. Today we are going to do green skills. What are green skills? Green skills help us to understand what are the natural resources, how do we conserve the natural resources, and what is a green economy. So let us go into the details of green skills. Let us first understand what are natural resources. Any artificial or natural substance, energy or organism which is used by human being for their welfare is called as a natural resource. For example, forests, rock, soil, sand, water, fossil fuel, minerals, all these which are the basis of life on earth is called as a natural resource. Our first resource is land resource. Land resources are nothing but the land which is available on the earth, and it is used for various agricultural activities, production, for residence, for infrastructure development. All these purposes which we use our land, those are called as land resources. The next resource is forest resource. As you know that forest is a source of a lot many products that we get. That is, we get wood, charcoal, bamboo, oil, spices. We get a lot of honey, timber, and we get a lot of medicinal products from the forest. So forest is a very important resource which we have, from which we can get a lot of many of the things that we use in our day-to-day life. Water is the next resource. Water covers almost 3/4 of the earth's surface, and it is the basic necessity of life on the planet. So we have got a lot many water resources, like we have got lakes, oceans, rivers, underground water which is there. So all the entire life on our planet depends upon the water resources that we have. We use it for industrial purposes, agricultural purposes, and home consumption, and many other activities. We need water. So water is one of the main resources that is available to us. Mineral resources. Now the minerals that occur in concentrated form both on the surface of the earth or below the surface of the earth in the form of liquids, gaseous or solid materials, which can be converted and extracted into minerals and are called as the mineral resources. You can have different types of mineral resources, like you can have iron, copper, aluminium, clay, sand, phosphates, and even natural oil which is there. Those all are the natural resources which are available to us. Food is also another resource that we have with us. Food is in the form of, it could be in the form of vegetables, fruits, it could be in the form of animals, birds, eggs, meat, anything that is a source of energy for the human beings to live, that becomes a food source. So agriculture is the main source of for food that we have. Along with that, we also have certain other food groups like meat and pulses and eggs, proteins, eggs, and many other milk. All these are food resources which people can use to survive on the planet Earth. Energy is a resource that can produce heat, power, life, and move objects, and even produce electricity. So the 5 fundamental sources of energy are the nuclear fission in the sun, the gravity generated by the earth and the moon, the nuclear fission reaction, energy in the interior of the earth, and energy stored in chemical bonds. So these are the sources of energy that we can get as a resource. Let us now go on to the various categories of resources. The various categories are the exhaustible and inexhaustible category, the renewable and the non-renewable category. So let us go into depth of each of this. The first category is inexhaustible resources. These resources cannot be exhausted by human consumption. For example, solar radiation, solar power, wind power, water power, tidal, all these sources cannot be exhausted. How much ever you use it, it can still be existing. So these are called as inexhaustible resources. Exhaustible resources are those resources which are available in very limited quantity and they will be exhausted as and when you use it. For example, the stock of coal or minerals in the earth, under the earth, that is all exhaustible. They will get at some point of time, as you keep on using it, they will get exhausted. So these are called as exhaustible resources. We can also categorize the resources into renewable and non-renewable resources. You must have learnt all this in previous smaller classes, where some certain resources we can renew it even if you use it. Like for example, forest resource is one thing whereby by planting more and more trees, you can renew it again and again for your use, or else the solar energy or wind power or geothermal power, hydel power, all these can be regenerated again and again. They can be renewed. So these type of resources are called renewable resources. Under non-renewable resources, we have got the resources which we cannot renew at all. That means once it is over or once it is exhausted, we cannot get them back. For example, the minerals, fossil fuels, all these are non-renewable resources which cannot be replaced once they are depleted or once they are destroyed. So these are the categories, that is inexhaustible, exhaustible, renewable and non-renewable resources. So here we have a list of the non-renewable and renewable resources. We have got coal, petroleum, LPG, natural gas, nuclear plant and minerals which are non-renewable. And we have got renewable resources like water, sun, wind, biomass, soil, forest, etc. which are the renewable resources. After understanding what are the natural resources or what are the basic resources that are available to us for the survival on this earth, let us now understand what are the activities that are done by that cause the damage to our planet Earth. So let us go into the details of the activities that damage or cause the physical damage to our planet Earth. The first damage that we do is overexploitation. Because of these, the resources are so much available to us, we overexploit it. For example, there is a lot of production of, we keep on harvesting and harvesting the newer and newer crops, and that causes the fertility of the soil to go down. We keep on removing medicinal plants from the forest. There is overgrazing of the pastures. There is deforestation, overusing or overfishing, overhunting, and overexploitation of the natural habitat. So all this overexploitation of our natural resources causes damage to our planet. Mining, that is removing or extracting of the elements from the earth, that is minerals from the earth's surface, that causes a lot of environmental impact. For example, there is soil erosion, there is formation of sinkholes, there is loss of biodiversity, contamination of the underground water, soil, and contamination of the surrounding areas by chemicals. All these are a cause of damage because of mining activities. The next important damage that we do is deforestation. Deforestation means cutting down of the forests or the trees in the forest for the purpose of agriculture or for the purpose of construction of buildings, and even cutting down of the trees for the various purposes that we use the trees and the wood for. So this causes a lot of damage to the biodiversity of the earth. That it causes soil erosion to the nearby areas, and a lot of plant and animal species get extinct because of deforestation. The next important damage that we cause to the earth is because of pollution. You have been learning from the lower classes onwards that we have got air pollution, water pollution, we have got soil pollution. So we are actually polluting the earth because from our natural environment is getting polluted because of the factories, the waste that we are dumping into the oceans, the water, the sewage lines, the soil is getting contaminated with all by burning of the fossil fuels. So these are basically, you must have been learning all this right from the smaller classes about how pollution affects or causes damage to our planet Earth. So some of the pollutants that we do are we pollute the water from the factories, or there is air pollution from the factories, that is emission of fuels from vehicles. There are the excessive amount of chemicals that we use on agriculture, the pesticides that we use, then the bottles, bags which are thrown away into the forest or into the oceans, that destroys our flora and fauna. We have emitting of dangerous gases like CFCs, methane, carbon dioxide, which are released from the vehicles or from the factories into the air. So these are basically some of the ways in which we are polluting our entire environment. Climate change is yet another way in which we are destroying our planet. So what is climate change? The climate change means that the climate over a particular region over a period of time keeps on changing continuously. So the colder areas become more colder and the warmer areas get more and more warmer. This global warming is caused because of deforestation, because of the industrialization, because of a lot of the burning of coal and oil and energy and gas. All this causes a lot of environmental changes, because of which there is constant floods, or there is hurricanes, there is drought, there are forest fires, there is excessive melting of the ice near the Antarctic and Arctic and Antarctic areas. So all this is causing a lot of damage to our planet. So climate change is a very important cause or a problem which we are facing in the current times. Because of this climate change and the amount of exploitation we do on this planet Earth, there are a lot of natural disasters which are causing a lot of damage. For example, floods, earthquakes, landslides, and volcanoes, and the hurricanes, the tornadoes which keep on coming. So all these natural calamities, which natural disasters, they over a long period of time, if they keep on occurring again and again, then they cause a lot of effect on our planet, and the natural resources are also depleted. Because of that, they just flow away and into the ocean, the resources, then it causes a lot of destruction of human life and property. So natural disasters is another way which is causing a lot of damage to earth. So in this chapter, basically we have learned what are the natural resources and what are the ways in which our earth is getting affected because of the over exploitation or the physical damage that we are causing to the planet earth. In our next part, that is part 2 of green skills, we will be learning the methods in which we can conserve all these natural resources. I hope you have understood this chapter, and in the next chapter we will be continuing with the same green skills. Thank you.